Hello, everybody. I hope y'all doing wonderful today because I am doing great myself. I am a little exhausted. This holiday season, it has been very exhausting. I don't know why, I'm going to say, but it's just been very, not my favorite. That's just me. This hasn't been my favorite holiday season. And it's like Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I'm gonna just give y'all a backstory. Um, this was a year that our family's supposed to join back together, but it didn't happen that way. So it's like I want to redo. Hey, girl, we gonna get into it, okay? Just stay put or just come back and watch the replay, okay? If you can't, I understand. I had to put on my thinking cap today. And Sharon, I had to think about certain things. And I've been off. And I've been watching from a distance. I'm not listening to other reactors, but I've just been watching. Hold on, I've been listening, but I haven't been engaging. That makes sense. And it's nothing, but it's just like strange. Toy. Hi. Hey, everybody that just joined in. Thank you for joining. But the rule is 2 minutes, and I can't believe it's almost 10 minutes. So it's been crazy. It's just been a crazy holiday. Yeah, I work and I got me another job, and it's not it is a little bit customer service. But it's more laid back. So I've been, ripping and running. And I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story. So the lady was like, "Oh yeah, this job right here, you would need thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You'll need a urinologist. You'll need a urologist test." And I was like, "Okay." you know. And she was like, "You're not nervous?" I'm like, "No. Baby, you know how much my rent is? I can't afford that. I can't afford that." So I have to take that tomorrow. And I start my new job on Saturday. Yeah, the 16th. So it's been hectic, but I have a goal for this job. Like, I really want to see every kid smile for that spring break this year. So whatever we're doing is going to be out of town. I think my mom wants to take them somewhere, but it is what it is. Girl, yes, he got her out here looking like Steward. Okay, stop it, Steward. Leave me alone. She's out here looking like Steward, down from those mediocre vlogs to the meltdown to the storylines, everything for him to go. Doop. Now, I don't know if he's recently gone. I don't know. He might be still here, y'all. So we're going to jump right into the thumbnail. He might be here, but Chris is giving me vibes like he don't F with Jazz, and Jazz has nobody to turn to. That's the reason why she solely went to her mom's house. Out of the blue, y'all. Out of the blue. But Mom Deuce had some jabs to throw. Okay. So Mom Deuce went on her Facebook, Jazz Facebook, and say, "Hey, I miss these days. I miss me, you, and the grands eating at Chili's. And everybody will be grubbing." Okay. Y'all hear this out. Okay. Why wouldn't she be grubbing? Why would it be such a big thing of grubbing now? Like, come on now. If y'all see, y'all can read between the lines. What is the big deal? Hey, Rose, I haven't seen you in forever, girl. I hope you are a girl. Please be a girl. But I haven't seen you forever. Thank you for joining. But yeah, it's like, mom, dude, she's throwing jabs. What about your son-in-law? You don't miss your son-in-law? You don't miss making burgers and drinking Baja Blast and telling everybody's tea? You don't miss that? So mom Deuce gave us a little taste of what's really going on. If she gave us a taste. Mom Deuce basically said, hey, it's safe for me to say I miss you and I miss my grandkids. And when I get paid, we're going to Chili's. Mom Deuce, really? Really? You have to wait till you get paid? Ouch. Don't tell us too much, Mom Deuce, okay? But yeah, Jazz was up here and I wanted to talk on the CPS because y'all, this is why I really had to shut down because a lot of people don't know the situation of CPS. There's a story out here. There's a story that this woman named, I don't even remember her name. I don't know her last name. Her kids got taken away from 2 events. One that she was in a park and her son ran off about a second. Like, I don't know if y'all ever lost a kid in a grocery store, but that's probably how it felt. Okay. I haven't lost a kid in a grocery store, but I do have that anxiety. Like, put your hands right here. Do not go nowhere. Okay. So CPS basically came by, investigated, nothing happened. So later on, this lady, the child was in a window. A lady called CPS. Boom, her kids is taken away. All right. Y'all see how fast and silly and nonsense that happened to that lady? Like, CPS got called for her just turning her head and losing her kid for about whatever many minutes or seconds it was. And also CPS came and took her kids away because her children was like looking out the window. Now, I don't know the depth of it. I don't know if the kids was hanging out the window, but the report from what I heard was the kids was looking outside the window. So I don't know the depth. There's a big between line. Okay. Jazz has how many cases of CPS since Philip freaking went to prison? Her name should be, when they type in her name, Jasmine Dukes should be the first one online. It didn't make any sense. Okay. Another thing is, why is the school telling you about what's going on? Did she realize that the school will be at a risk if something happened to those kids? They'll be at fault. Did she realize that? So she don't know what she's really talking about. I don't know if she got the whole detail, but to me, it sounded like somebody was telling the truth that something happened in that house. They asked the older kids, and most likely they asked them separate. All right. This is what they do. They ask them separate. And what happens is the story wasn't the same. If they have to keep on coming and asking the kids, and you have 4 kids in the school, somewhere along the line, a story is not adding up. There's multiple kids with probably some of the kids got the same story, and maybe one or half got a different side of the story. And that's what they look at. They look at like, that don't look like it's, if they keep on asking the kids the same thing, they're asking to see if the story is consistent. If the story is not consistent between parties, or one time somebody says this and another, that's when CPS or they start doing more investigations. Okay, Jazz, nobody can call up to the school. You did something in that household. Maybe you and Chris got in a fight. The cops got called. It went to CPS at the school. That's what happened. It did not happen that somebody called. That didn't even make any sense. It didn't make any sense to me at all. It didn't make any sense why they'll have somebody calling. And technically, Jazz, I'm being honest with you. Technically, you could have called the FBI and said somebody's trying to kidnap my kids if that was your proof that they kept calling the kids because, hey, they know too much of my information. Somebody's trying to kidnap my kids. You could easily, you didn't need no lawyer. You had hardcore evidence from somebody calling the school, and automatically you should have a mommy mode. Hey, Ernestine, you should have a mommy's mode. And I did speak to you, Queen Mom. You should have a mommy mode instantly and say, hold up, something ain't right. I need protection for my children. And that's when they would have went to the school, subpoena their calling record, their phone records, and then boom, bam, boom, they would got them. You didn't have to do all this red tapes. I gotta call this people, I gotta call that. No, that's when mommy mode instance comes. Who knows where I live at and why? Who knows why my kids, who knows where my children go and where and why? That should have been your first thing, not hopping on here talking about stop calling CPS. No, something happened in your household. Police officers got called and they're going to the school. They will not contact your mother. And also, they supposed to, if they did call your mother, and I know this for firsthand, your mom better not had you near, because you will know how to monitor your investigation and you will mess up your whole investigation. So whatever they had, you'll know how to clean it up. You'll know how to prepare the children to say whatever you want them to say. That didn't even make any sense. So again, I'm not going to sit here and say that CPS didn't get called. I'm saying that you needed a storyline. Chris is not there. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I know probably Chris is not there. Where was Chris' food at this hall? Y'all, this was all her food and the kids. Where was Chris' food? Y'all know Chris always got something top scale. This is Chris Lunchables, and this is Chris, and this is Chris. Where is Chris' food? See, you're giving me vibes, and you should never have came up here talking about they call Chris' job. Yeah. Why would they call Chris' job? Another thing I know that you typically kind of stop, you call everybody in a circle, but you forget there's outsider people. I would assume that somebody at your doctor's office might say, hey, if everybody's calling you, telling you that CPS is calling, I'll assume that's probably they'll call your doctor. And somebody say, hey, Miss Bowser, they're calling from CPS about your children. Just wanted to give you a heads up. Or better yet, your kid's old daycare or YMCA. Hey, Dukes Bowser. Hey, they're calling from CPS. Yeah. Your landlord. Hi. Because whenever a cop gets called, your landlord gets called too. Anything that goes on that property, they have to know about it. They get alert. You probably don't think that, but they get alert. It's amazing how you don't know how to hide your tracks when you come on here. And I'll be honest with you. This is just me. They already took your kids. You have about 4 or 5 cases. When people say my case is closed, it's not mean that it's closed. It's active. It's not active. But when you type in somebody's number and you put another report on there, automatically that's a red flag. They take your children. You don't get that darn lucky. Some people, they lose their kids just a matter of a blink. You tell them you got 5 or 6 cases that's in the system? Yes, I said it. Because they're still in the system. You remember you did put out this paper. Yes, if it's not their property, Rose, yes. Yes, ma'am. Anything that happens with the police report, they have to notify the land. Because they's like, hey, is the landlord? Like when you get a phone call from the you say in the apartments, well, it depends on the city. But here, if you get any call, they get notified. Yup, you're right. CPS will knock on your door. They will not call your house. They're going to get you naked and raw. That's how I like to call it. They get you when you don't expect them. They get you at the 8:30, 8:15, you get a knock on the door. Anything else other than that, they knock on your door like before 7, a sheriff is going to be there. After 5 o'clock, a sheriff is going to be there. They're not going solo. They're going 2 in a party. One got a gun, okay? Because they don't know how serious or crazy the person behind that door is. You're playing with people's lives. So people going to be like, hey, you supposed to call me first. Why are you knocking on my door? Don't lie about this. This is not something you lie about. If something really happened and you don't want to be the front, shut up about it. Because you gave me guilty feelings. Watch it. I not only watch about, I scrolled through it and then you cried talking about they call everybody somebody really need it. No, you really need it. Because if CPS, all these times CPS came to your house, and one time I called BS, y'all, when she had that CPS at that house. When she had CPS at that house and she was on live and talking and texting, and I guess the little girl was saying something and she was questioning her, and Jazz heard it. She said, y'all ask these questions? I said, you know what? They can't ask certain questions. There's a certain code and guidelines they can't ask in front of a parent. She's so stupid, she don't realize that. They don't ask kids certain things in front of parents because they automatically know that kids have a certain respect or a certain fear for parents. They want you as transparent and as naive as possible and innocent. And when they had questioned Aiden, and I'm assuming this is what it happened, when they questioned Aiden, guess what happened? He was innocent, he was pure, and nothing probably came out. They didn't ask the girls first. Something happened with Aiden, and he told something because Jazz had kept saying, well, y'all should have called me first. Y'all should have called me first. Because she don't know what Aiden told them. That's the reason why she kept saying, well, they're messing up his rotation. He goes to school. He's had a system. Aiden said something. And I don't know if this is true, y'all, but I'm just reading in between. And I could be very wrong, and I apologize, but not today. Aiden said something, and it flustered her that maybe CPS did get called, but it wasn't for nobody on these streets. And maybe the older girls, their story was different between Aiden and Ava. Their stories might line up. And the older twins, they know mom, and mom has this system. Whatever goes on in the house stays in the house. Those twins don't know that. Let me read y'all comments. Okay, I'm sorry. I was reading your comments. I do not like reading out loud because y'all, I will really say something crazy. Okay, so you were like, "Girl, this girl idiot." Hold on. That's why she be dolled up when CPS just be happening to show up. No, I'm being honest. CPS don't work that way. And also, if and also if they find out for some odd reason, because Jazz talks too much and she really has an investigation, she know how stupid she sound. Definitely, if her mom is buddy up with somebody with CPS, she could possibly lose that lady's job and mom's Sue's job. Her best bet is just shut up. Give God the praise after he works out the storm. It's easy. Girl, she didn't care about that boy's routine at all. And I want to get to this registry. All right. So my son broke. I asked my son, and y'all, and I'm being as vulnerable right now as possible. I asked my son, said, "Hey, what would you like for Christmas? I don't have that much, but I can, buy you something. You can get a big gift and a couple small gifts." So my son, matter of fact, I actually have to look for this book because I don't have it. I can't find it. He asked for some fourth grade books, right? And he asked for a TV. Now, long story short, he broke his TV 3 years ago, and I haven't bought him another one. I have not bought him another one. So I was like, okay, cool. Easy peasy. And he also asked for a Lego, like a Lego, piece. I said, okay, cool beans. You can add on. And he's like, I asked him, I was like, which one would you like? And he told me which one he likes. So I said, okay, cool beans. Bam. Jazz, Barbies and Legos is a parent investment. You just don't buy your kid a $48 Lego set and say, "Here, son, here you go." He has to wants to know what to do with that. The dollhouse, Jazz. Your kids have about 3 subscribers dollhouses. If they don't know how to take care of it, well, let me just stop. Your kids had 3 dollhouses on these YouTube streets. If your kids don't know how to take care of it, why would you want them to get the $200 one? What happened to that dollhouse that your daughter had for her birthday? That you moved into the bigger girl's room because the bigger girls actually wanted that dollhouse. What happened to that dollhouse, Jazz? Oh, my bad. You left it at the house, the apartment, because Chris didn't want to break it down. Don't y'all remember she said she left and threw away toys? Because that was like a nice sized dollhouse, and I could see if they, but now she had that, last year she had got that rainbow dollhouse. What happened to that dollhouse that subscriber bought for Ava for her birthday? And don't tell me it broke and the kids broke it, because the kids were going to break the $248 dollhouse. It didn't make any sense to me to put that on the registry list. It didn't make any sense to put Legos for a little boy that has meltdowns about a toy that's not his. Oh, I did see that. Thank you, Ernestine. It didn't make any sense on my side for you to put those two things on there. What happened to those little blocks that you got the idea from his therapist? You build on that. If he likes that, you build on that. That's what parents we do. We build on certain toys. So it don't shake us. How about you requested a toy that all the kids can play with? Like Greedy Granny. That's a nice toy. I bought that for my son a couple of years ago. That's a toy that everybody can play with. I'm sorry, I'm not picking on her. I'm not picking. But when your kids they struggle with reading, do you think they need a freaking iPad or not iPad, an iPhone to even buy them cases? Why are you failing your children? Where is the educational? If you don't want to buy expensive toys, won't you ask the subscribers to buy them educational stuff? I would like to see Avon and Ava picking up books instead of tablets. I'm not telling you how to raise your kids, but that makes more logical sense. Your daughter struggled reading a 2-word paragraph, but she wants an iPhone. I wish my son will bring home anything under, and he wants a Switch, y'all. I wish he would bring home some bad grades. The only Switch you're going to get is what I used to get when I was mouthy back in 94. That's the only Switch he's going to get. The only apple my daughter would get if she couldn't read a passage is a real apple. That don't even make any sense. And your butt had to come up here saying, well, I told y'all once, I tell y'all twice, y'all not obligated. This is for my family, and this is for me, for a cheat code. Girl, stop lying. You dreamed about this list. I did hear Chris in the background saying, hey, what y'all doing? Because Chris wanted to put something on that damn registry. Because he asked, hey, are you on live? Chris wanted to ask for something on that damn registry. Because he had to make sure when he asked, he needed to make sure that he wasn't on live. But it's okay. I'm going to give you a short video of how to buy your kids Christmas without a registry. And you'll be so thankful. Check that video out. Because you don't have to buy your kids the moon and the stars. You just buy them what makes them happy. Okay? iPhones don't make them happy. Just knowing that they have a clean place to stay, food in their belly, and a little bit of entertainment. And that's the reason why your kids probably don't know how to take care of none of their toys. It's because they know that mom every year is going to ask us to get on here, look cute, and make a registry. Your kids shouldn't grow up like this, Jazz. We're not calling you a bad mother. But who calls you a bad mother is that girl that supported you the other day. Wanted to name drop any big person that's out there. Wanted to name drop them so fast so she can get a little clout just to call you a bad mother. Did you hear that? Yeah, she calls you a bad mother. It's not her fault that she's been through this and she's doing this and she's doing that. She's doing the best she can. No, you're 30-some years old. You ain't doing the best you can. That birthday party wasn't nothing. You should have been doing birthday parties similar to that since you and Philip had your first child. If you did it for him, you should have done it for all of them. You got the motivation up your ass to. I don't know how much that party place was for a 1-year-old, but you should spark that. You should have sparked that energy that you had to push for that baby's party. You should have waited on was it 12/6? You shouldn't have no video talking about somebody took your food stamps. Just like you found a way to buy his party and hold on, I have to say this because y'all, I've been here for too long. I'm sorry. My dad watched my show, my channel, and he said I'm long-winded. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. What do you mean? Y'all, what do you mean? What do you mean? I'm still shook about this. What do you mean that he don't have a granny to help? So you and him have to go half. But didn't you just say that the granny only paid for the cups? The cups mean half? Are you mad that you got pointed out about not paying for baby girl's party? Are you mad somebody told the truth? Girl, your priorities is jacked up in so many ways. You're more safe to say, my son don't have a granny. That's not your granny. That's not that child's granny reason to make a party. It's the mama and the daddies. Now you stressed out because you had to pay for that, his portion, your portion, and more. And Philip over here, he got a village. You're solo, but you wanted it in that way. So don't take it out on the kids and give them half because one of your other kids don't have a granny. That should not even be in your mouth when it comes to your children. How dare you compare their party with, because he don't have a granny, so he gets the best? And God forbid, and I don't wish this on nobody, I'm not putting no hat, but their granny passed away today. What would you say, Jazz? How dare you? That was disgusting. You compare a granny to a child's party. And his party is best because he don't have a granny. And so what? How dare you? Philip has a village. Chris don't. That's the difference. It's not about a granny. He has a village. You saw those people that came out to that baby girl party. Now, and I'm not talking about your Hasburger family. I'm talking about his family. Sisters, cousins. They came to the party. Both times that we seen family on his side coming deep to these parties. And who came to his party? Just a homeboy and his kids. You was more jealous of their party gifts than anything. Let me find out you had Ava sharing all her toys and stuff, and probably letting Kaylin wear the name brand clothes because you got enough. You got this for me, let her have this. You that type of mother. And that's the reason why kids they despise their siblings today. Because you want to compare children and who got a granny and who doesn't. Take care of your damn kids. Get off of here. You need to go delete that registry and tell your kids, hey, my man is more important than y'all. So you could go to Family Dollar. You can go to CVS, Walgreens, and get their presents and still cater to your man at the end of the day. If I had a mindset like you, yes. And my kids their name will be on the angel tree at Salvation Army. I will look that thing up. Y'all, serious. They be looking for that thing in October here. Oh my gosh, Angel Tree is opening at 7:00 a.m. Girl, they be out. They be there. Okay, I drive by there. You'll see a line from 10 blocks. Just people trying to put their kid's name on that waiting list. Girl, ain't that serious. I buy piece by piece. And if I can't afford it, y'all, I will wrap a picture of it and tell them to credit me when I have it. Jazz, this man got you out here looking silly. You sitting here exercising, girl. I'm like, oh gosh, here we go again. Did he break your hula hoop? Chris is a type that's jealous of you. He'll tell you that you don't look good. You don't have to say it, but your actions are showing it. Chris is telling you that you gaining weight, dude. And I ain't say babe. He said you gaining weight, dude. So let me go up here and push down these low-calorie meals and let me walk and yeah. He got you praying that game. That's the reason why you have to keep on lying to yourself. You're on a TTC journey. I took out my birth control. Bitch, you girl, bye. Birth control, well. And you were just, then you just, and he just peed on the stick talking about, girl, you don't stop. Get your gullible self out of here. And then you just be on the stick talking about, well, me and Babe wasn't using, we was trying to, but, things happen. I'll be, girl, stop. This is your way to fake it until you make it. It's okay. It's cool. But your kids come first. Buy more food. That wasn't enough for them. I don't know. I feel like I am bragging. I would never buy that food in my house. Not if I'm crunch. I can't afford Christmas. I'm going to at least make sure they have at least a decent meal 3 times out of the week. That is a hell of a good Christmas present. Your kids coming home to warm food. Real food. That's enough. But you're concerned about who's saying what and how can I make a storyline with what somebody said about me. Take care of your kids. And y'all, I have to go pick up my kid because I can't be talking about somebody else not taking care of their kids. And I'm leaving my son out in the cold. Y'all, I really, truly do love y'all. Y'all been so strong. I had this little click, but I'm having some videos upload tonight because I think I figured out what I did wrong. Okay. So y'all gonna have my I still can't get my shorts, but y'all will see like a 2-minute video of my Christmas days until Christmas, y'all. So I'm fixing my tree up every day. So y'all just give it time. It's coming out beautiful. I missed like 10 days. Yeah, it's about 10 days. But it's gonna be back tonight. So Y'all have a wonderful day. Y'all cook something. If y'all cold, if it's cold outside, I just want y'all to stay warm. And if it's hot, F you. Not really. No, seriously, it's cold where I'm at. So y'all enjoy y'all evening. Bye. Thank you.